video today. It's my Masi's birthday, and so I'm making gulab jamuns for her. Let me just go through the ingredients quickly. I've taken 1 cup of milk powder, half a cup of flour, plain flour or maida, half a teaspoon of baking powder. I will need about 4 cardamoms, which I will show you what to do with later. We have ghee and we have sugar, a little bit of milk. So these are all your ingredients that you need for making this recipe. We're making gulab jamuns using milk powder instead of your usual khoya because it's difficult to find khoya here in London. So let's get started. We start with kneading the dough for making the gulab jamuns. So I have taken 1 cup of milk powder followed by half a cup of plain flour or maida, and then we have half a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm just going to mix all of this together. Yeah, so he is kneading the dough. So we're going to put little by little milk and keep bringing it together. So you can see the dough is coming together very nicely. So till it doesn't form into a dough, you have to keep bringing it together. Yeah, so he's adding in little by little and bringing the dough together. So our dough is coming together really nicely. It's almost ready. You can see how it's looking. So our dough is now ready. We're just going to cover it and let it rest, and we'll start the next process. So we're going to start making the sugar syrup in which the gulab jamuns are usually, they soak themselves in. So I've taken about almost a 1 cup of sugar. I'm putting that in. I'm going to add in water. I'm going to start off with a little bit less and keep adding to it slow and steady. Like I told you at the beginning, you'll be using some cardamom. So I've taken about 4 cardamoms. I want to like break them out open. So just this way, put the bulbs in. So once you have all the 4 going, I'm just going to crush them. Not very fine, but just coarsely. Yeah, and I'm going to add this in to our sugar syrup water that is getting prepared right now. So yeah, the sugar is now slightly getting a boil. We're going to let it boil up properly, and I'm watching it continuously. So our sugar syrup has come to a nice boil. I'm going to keep keeping my eye on it. We want it to get a little bit more thicker and glossier, and then I'm going to cover it and put it aside. Side by side, as you can see, I've put in the oil. I'm going to start heating it up so our gulab jamuns can start getting done. Yeah, so I'm going to start making the rounds for the gulab jamun. I'm going to take a little bit ghee in my hand. Like I said before, don't be shy in using a good amount of ghee. Yeah, take a little bit, start putting it all together. Might be a little bit messy, but it will come together eventually with the ghee in your hand. We have to make them into a round in such a way that they don't have any lumps or any cracks on them. There we go. First one is ready. so we are making the rounds for the gulab jamuns. Take your patience, do them well, because as Manish is doing them really well, we need them to have no cracks. Okay, so our oil is nice and hot, so I'm going to start dropping the gulab jamuns in. Gulab jamuns in now. Yeah, nicely coming together. We'll put 2 more in. We're going to get them nice and brown before we take them out. So these gulab jamuns are done nicely. I'm just going to strain them and then drop them in the chashni. Yeah, we leave them. Yeah, so gulab jamuns are nicely resting. We'll let them rest for 2 hours and check on them after some time. Yeah, so your gulab jamuns are ready. I'm going to take a first bite. Really good. Happy birthday, Masi. Hope you enjoy your lovely day.